How is the dollar behaving amidst everything we are witnessing, of course, with today's factors controlling the markets? We will talk more about this issue. Notice together these declines today in most major currencies, but they remain limited movements due to the fluctuations in other assets. We have with us Kingsley Advani, the founder and CEO of Allocations. Welcome, Kingsley, and let me start with the risk-averse situation we are witnessing in the market today. This aversion to risk, do you think that what we are witnessing today from a current situation that has started to affect more than the economic data and factors we are used to influencing currencies?
Yes, the trade escalation between U.S. and China is a risk-off trigger. And this causes economic uncertainty and market impact. We had the worst day in the S&P since April, and we've had increasing economic uncertainty with import taxes, which raises costs on consumers and businesses. So in the short term, this is a risk-off trigger. But in the medium to long term, I do believe with U.S. interest rates coming down, we will see more risk-on sentiment coming.
Kingsley, when I look at the dollar, we have seen a strong rally over the past few days, but today it seems like we have returned to some kind of stability in the dollar's movements. The question traders are asking is whether it has reached its peak in these recent jumps we have witnessed, or could we see more after that, or even reverse its downward path during the year and rise again during the remainder of 2025?
In the medium to long run, I believe that US dollar is softening against other major currencies. And this is for a few reasons. Firstly, we have interest rates coming down. We have 2 expected rate cuts before end of year and 3 expected rate cuts before end of next year. And so this means that more investors will move away from the US dollar as a reserve asset and choose other types of currencies. But in the short term, the US dollar has been strengthening, partially due to tariffs, and also because US has better than expected economic data. So in the short term, US dollar has been strengthening, but medium to long term, I expect US dollar to continue to soften.
If you will listen to a Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, later today, do you think he will give us any new indications?
I think Jerome Powell will stick to his plan. I think we'll expect 2 more rate cuts before end of year and 3 rate cuts next year. This is priced in by the market already. And I don't expect him to deviate from this. It is possible if he does deviate from this rate cut plan, I think markets will react negatively. But I think there's a 98% chance that he continues to cut rates. And I expect 1 to 2 rate cuts before end of the year for 25 basis points each.
Kingsley, let's quickly turn to cryptocurrencies, because what's happening in the cryptocurrency markets might be more exciting than in the main currency markets today, especially what happened over the past few days. The liquidation situation exceeded $19 or $20 billion and led to disasters for some. What happened with Bitcoin? What happened with the rest of the cryptocurrencies? Where was their role when investors greatly needed them as a haven or a hedging tool?
Yeah, there was $20 billion of crypto liquidations on the 10th of October. So there was a group of investors that shorted one of the major cryptocurrencies. And this resulted in a cascade liquidation in the market. So many traders who had leverage got wiped out. But I think this is just a temporary market shock. In the medium to long term, I do expect Bitcoin to hit 150K to 200K. I actually expect that before end of year. And this temporary liquidation, cascade liquidation, was due to a group of investors shorting some of the major cryptocurrencies.
All right, let's set this scenario, because today we have many who are saying that what's happening in the world of AI, artificial intelligence, is a bubble. If this bubble bursts, how will it affect Bitcoin?
I think Bitcoin is heading into an upward cycle. I think interest rates coming down will be risk on for most risk assets. AI, I would say, is a risk type of asset. It's typically in the private markets. You have companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, that are building core infrastructure for the AI economy. So I think valuations are higher in AI, but I do think there is fundamental growth as well. I think Bitcoin will continue to head up, as mentioned before as well, with rate cuts coming in the US.
And thank you, Kingsley Advani, the founder and CEO of Allocations. Thank you.
Thank you very much.